Hi folks, I'm Carrie Cousins. This is David Meowie. I'm going to let him go. He's trying to escape me anyway. Tonight it is Saturday, May 4th. May the 4th with you. The Carries say hello. I wanted to do a product review of headphones that I have purchased maybe about a month ago, thereabouts. I've seen a lot of people doing product reviews of all kinds of items. This is something that I have found very useful for both life-work balance. They are the TaoTronics noise cancelling Bluetooth wireless headphones. It's a long title. It is in the description, as well as the link on where and how to purchase them. I got them through Amazon, so that's the link that I'm providing. These have been instrumental in helping me get through the day where it comes to being out in general social public, dealing with situations both on a public bus, on public transportation, taking not one but two buses to work and then two buses home from work. It takes me about 2 hours thereabouts to get from home to work and back. And a lot of that time is basically just waiting for the next bus. So it's been a huge help with those. It's been a huge help in going to work and getting into work, dealing with distractions, people talking. As you probably know, people do a lot of talking, which I'm doing right now, but this is for educational purposes. But in an everyday situation, you're going to get people who you have to work with who tend to talk a lot. If you work in an office, if you work in a store, if you work in any kind of a setting where you have to share a space with other people, sometimes those people don't really understand your need for quiet. I am approaching these as someone with misophonia. Now, for the uneducated, it is a very real condition. I don't have all the facts by way of scientific proofs. There have been a lot of studies done by UCLA, done by, I believe Johns Hopkins has done some studies on misophonia as well. It is becoming a more and more important topic as far as the discussion of triggers and how quickly people can get triggered and what are the small things that can trigger by way of noise. So to give a brief rundown of what misophonia is, for those of you who don't know, it's essentially considered an allergy to noise, an allergy to sound. So for those of you who don't like the clicking of a pen or constant coughing, whistling is a huge trigger. It's a huge trigger for me. Gum chewing, clacking, where people are wearing shoes and walking on either linoleum, tile, hardwood floors, whatever it may be. Anything that's not carpeted, when people wear shoes and it makes that noise, it can be very grating. I have the kinds of triggers where if it's an unnatural sound, this is what I found about myself. If it's an unnatural sound that is gum chewing, that is whistling, again, the clicking of pens, things like that, eating, people slurping. Now, some of you who don't have misophonia or don't know that maybe you do have misophonia because you're still at the very beginning of the stages of education. Yes, a lot of people get irritated by it. Some of us have it as a much more intense effect on our mentality, on our sanity, if you will. It's become a much more progressive problem. And for those of us who deal with it to the point where we feel like we're going to have a physical response, it can be very dangerous. And with the triggers being what they are, and you never know when they're going to happen, it's important that you have tools, whatever tools that you can get. For me, it's these headphones. It's important to have those to help you maintain sanity, civility, not get yourself arrested for punching someone in the face for chewing their gum too loud. So that might be an extreme, but you see where I'm going with this. So going back to the product at hand, these are the TaoTronics headphones. Some of the great features about this, it comes in a great solid case, and my cat's gone berserk. Thanks, David. By the way, this is David Meowie. So to kind of get back into the topic here, with the TaoTronics headphones, it has this nice handy case to protect the headphones. The features on this would be what you would get really from any kind of a music player, with the right headphone has the play, rewind, fast forward features. There's those buttons. It has a jack for your USB. It also has, I believe it's on that one. No, it's on this one. On the left headphone, it has the jack where you can connect your cord. This lovely little cord right here, all coiled up. It can get attached to the laptop. It can get attached to your cell phone. You know, your boom box, if you still have one of those. Any kind of a music player, it can help you connect to that if you're running low on juice. Now, with these headphones, they have been a huge help by way of canceling out the noise, which is what their main intention is. It does not completely cancel it out. You're going to hear some of your surroundings. So where it comes to like machines that, you know, run loudly, where it comes to people talking, where it comes to airplanes, that sort of thing, it does not, these specifically do not cancel them out completely, but it does lower the volume of them. So with these headphones, got them the wrong way, and the way you know that you got them the right way or the wrong way is they are labeled on the inside, L for left, R for right, because that's how it works. Now with the left headphone, it also has this little switch, so when you turn it on, it shows that blue light. What that blue light indicates is A, they are on by way of the noise cancelling, and B, that the sound is on for the noise cancelling. So as I'm wearing these, I know that I'm talking to you. I can't hear my voice as loudly as I would without them. So it's a great muffler. It doesn't take it out completely, but it does muffle it so that the sounds are somewhat tolerable. Now, if you're like me, where misophonia is concerned, your triggers can be varying. I will go back to the whistling. Quick story. Maybe about 2 months ago, I was at the public library here in Austin, Texas. I was at the Spicewood Springs branch, and this kid came in, started whistling. Now, at first, I thought he was trying to maybe get the attention of someone who was meeting there. So I gave him the benefit of the doubt, and I waited a minute or two, and he was still whistling. I can tolerate whistling if I absolutely have to. If you're in a public space, such as a public library or even a school library, if you're at a store, if you're at, you know, any kind of a public space that has a ceiling, in my personal opinion, whistling is not accepted. Whistling should be only in your home, your domicile, be it an apartment, be it a house, whatever. Trailer home, up to you. When you're in public, whistling can be a trigger for a lot of people, not just me. I talk to a lot of other people, and it's been a trigger for them as well. going on 10 minutes, so I'm going to wrap this up. I ended up going up to this kid and telling him in no uncertain terms that he had to stop. Now, at the time, I did not have these. At the time, I only had these. These are the headphones that I got from Target. They cost about $10. So if you can't afford these, but you need something immediately, I would recommend going to Target and get these. They kind of have the same features by way of noise canceling. However, I found that they are not as effective. So if you want full effective results, the TaoTronics are absolutely the way to go. You can play music. They are Bluetooth enabled. They are a huge help as far as kind of calming your nerves. So, for instance, today I had to go to our local grocery store here, which is Heb, I like to call it. It's a fairly popular store. I'm living in Northwest Austin, so it's not as popular as, like, say, downtown Austin, which will have a lot of different stores, but it still has a large crowd. My anxiety has got me to the point where I really hate going really to any highly what's the word I'm trying to find for populated area. So whether it's a store, Goodwill, HEB, Trader Joe's, the mall, movie theater, even the library today I found was very, very crowded. So when you're within a small space and there's a lot of people, it becomes too much for me, especially when people don't really kind of appreciate personal space and get into mine. It gets my anxiety up. The headphones, I'm going to put these away because that's not what I was saying in the product review. The TaoTronics headphones have been a huge help because it has helped me handle situations because I'll have my music playing. So my music coming from my cell phone, an MP3 player, which right now is my old cell phone that really does not work for phone calls at all. So it's just a music player at this point. But I'll play Pandora on my cell phone, and having these linked up, it's been a huge help. For work, my particular job, I am an imaging clerk, so thankfully it's not customer service. I don't really have to deal with people who have kids around. It's a fairly quiet area. However, there are noises, whether it's like overhead I don't know. Any kind of noises around my immediate environment, I'll have to put these on so that the decibel goes down and it's not so they're not so distracting for when I'm getting my work done. It can be any number of things as far as controlling your immediate environment, calming your nerves if you're listening to certain music or if you're listening to white noises, the ocean sounds that will calm you down, anything like that. You need headphones like these, and they will help out a great deal. So I've had these about a month. They've been invaluable. This is the kind of item where if you have to leave your house because it's on fire, this is one of the necessities that you will grab to escape certain imminent death. This has been a huge part of my life. It's been a gigantic help where it comes to dealing with social situations that maybe I wouldn't want to be in the first place, but really don't have much of a choice. I found that these have been a huge help. So it's getting on about 15 minutes. I'm going to shut up, let you enjoy the rest of your weekend. May the 4th be with you. The description and the link is in the bottom box there. I've suddenly forgotten how to form words, but I hope that you found this helpful. I hope that with whatever it is that you're dealing with, maybe these can help you out as well. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. David Meowie is saying goodbye. David. Gonna say goodbye? Oh my goodness, those eyes. All right, folks, have a great night. Enjoy it.